Hey, good morning, and thanks for coming back to the channel. Listen, this is going to be a caution, and it affects pretty much everything, but the focus on for this is Second Amendment argument, and then secondarily, any argument. And that is a dangerous use of a little teeny weeny character called a hyphen. Women started doing it, they hyphenated their maiden name and their married name, and many women have stopped doing that shit now. But that hyphen is dangerous. Let me explain. In our community anyway, we worry about the Second Amendment. There's the other folks that hate the Second Amendment, hate guns, hate people with guns, hate anything that has to do with being dangered up as an individual, right? Now, data about deaths are tracked, and they're tracked by the anti-gun people, and they're the only source that the media uses. They do not use federal official data that all the cops use and that I look at. They don't use that because it doesn't say the right story. I'll give you an example. On the federal side, and this is the FBI's database as well as CDC, two alphabet organizations that report data, right? Both the CDC and the FBI use the term gun deaths. In other words, a bullet hit a human and they died as a result. That is the official way to report gun deaths, right? And when you do that, America is one of the safest countries in the world, right? Except 5 counties. Now remember the gun deaths. A bullet came out, a pew hit a person, they died. Gun death. However, the anti-gun people and the media, and I'm getting my refill here, the media will say, it's not, no, it's gun-related deaths. That's a bird flew over and took a shit on the sidewalk and somebody 4 miles away got shot and didn't get shot, or somebody 5 miles away didn't get shot but heard a noise and stepped in front of a car. By the anti-gun logic, that is a gun-related death. Stupid, right? But it never gets challenged. So you have to challenge it, like I do. If I see a hyphen and somebody, take the hyphen out, take whatever comes after the hyphen, delete. Why? Because that's what humans do. That's what you do. Check yourself. You're going along, you're reading something, and you see blah, blah, hyphen, boom. Guess what you do? You totally ignore the hyphen part and you focus on the word before it. So instead of your brain, gun hyphen related deaths, you interpret that as gun deaths. That is just how our brain works. And unless you are conscious about it, you're going to be making the same mistakes. So, see a hyphen, run. See a hyphen, punch the person in the nose. Right? Hyphens are bullshit. There are gun deaths. Let's talk about school-related shootings versus school mass shootings. Same thing. Same thing. The official data says a bullet came out of a gun on school property, whether it's a college or whether it's a K-12. That's a school shooting. We don't have a lot of those in this country. But what the media does, and this is the media, if it's within 10 nautical miles of anything that looks or smells like a school or a college or an educational facility, it's going to be counted as a school shooting. No, it's going to be counted as a school-related shooting, but added into the data to justify how many school shootings we have. So because people forget what comes after the hyphen. So the actual danger from guns, homicide, is very, very low in this country. It's just very low. Maybe 15,000 people a year die because a bullet hit them, right? In anger from somebody else. I'm not talking about suicides. I don't give a shit. You know, if you want to kill yourself, that's your business. I don't care what tool you use to kill yourself. Not my job, right? So I don't care. I'm not gonna deal with that. I might at some point, if it happened to a family member or whatever, I might have some compassion for that. But you're responsible for your own shit, including the crazy stuff that might be in your head. So I am not sympathetic to somebody who does suicide. I am not sympathetic to that. Gotta come back to school shooting, which a bullet left a gun, hit a human inside school property, and they died or they were injured, versus school-related shooting or near XYZ school. You don't even think about what comes after the word near something. All you see is the correct name of the organization. And so our brain says, oh, that was a school shooting. That is how those sorry fuckers out in the gun violence archive want to fool you. That's why we say the numbers are low, because they are. You don't have a lot of people. You don't have a lot of people get hit with a bullet. You just don't in this country. You just don't. Where you do is where nobody wants to talk about it. But I'll tell you where that is. And it just happened in Oakland. Oakland. A couple days ago. I thought it was fucking Brazil somewhere. You had 5, 6, 7 guys. 7. In the middle of the street at night. Online like an infantry squad. They were set up like an infantry squad on the video. Go look it up. Right? And they were moving down the street shooting. I'm not talking about that gangster stuff. I'm talking about like they were trained. These people were trained how to shoot on the move. We don't know. I don't know who they were shooting at, but they put a lot of rounds. A lot. I mean, I counted one guy. He must have had it was a handgun. He must have had a 20, 30 round pistol of some type. And everybody else had them. This was an attack of one armed group against another. The only place I've seen it that bad are the cartels down in south of the border. This was in the middle of the street in the residential area. What residential area? That's where all the black folks live. What do you think? What do you think? It was a hit. One bad black gang against another bad black gang. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. So I looked up the demographics in the county in Oakland. I looked at the demographics of Oakland. Oakland, California. Believe it or not, Oakland is not a black city. Not a black city. Oakland is one of the most diverse cities in California. Almost equally represented by Asian, black, Hispanic, and white. Almost equal numbers, equal percentages. I was stunned. I thought it was full of black folks. Not. However, the deadly shootings are focused where the black folks live. You understand what I'm saying? That's where the gangs live, and this was gang shooting. And come back to hyphenated. I don't know how you do that, but man, gun-related shooting, gun-related death. There will be a whole lot of them. I haven't seen the follow-up story, right? That's the kind of thing that happens. You focus on where the problem is. The problem is not the United States. We do not have an epidemic in this country. We have stupid people trying to redefine the language and sticking hyphens in the middle. All right, I ranted enough. I haven't had enough coffee. But pay attention. Anytime you see something hyphen something and it's a descriptor, stop for a minute and think, what is your brain saying about that? Did you make the mistake and forget that there was another word behind the hyphen? You forgot that, right? So gun death is bullet comes out of gun, hits a person, they die. Gun-related deaths could be an airplane flew over Oakland when this gang thing was going on and somebody had a heart attack in the plane at 30,000 feet. Some asshole could say that's gun-related. Anyway, think about that. Hey, let me have your comments. I'd love your thoughts on the subject. Maybe you haven't even thought about it, right? Now, if you like the content, apparently not a lot of people do. I am stuck on stupid as far as subscribers go. 0 increase in subscribers. I got 10,000. Number hasn't gone up in over a year. Over a year. I don't know who I pissed off at YouTube, but so be it. But if you like the content, just check to see that you are subscribed. If you're subscribed, hit the bell icon. And as I, wherever you can, whenever you can, however you can, carry on.